we know that probably no action will get taken. We will.
Why? I guess I'm kind of wondering. But here's here's a written document, and this states here under the Minnesota Data Practices Act, Statute 13, Minnesota Freedom of Information Act. I'm requesting those items. And I guess I'd like to know, why can't you answer these questions? I'm not asking passwords to your computer or any personal information. These are pretty straightforward. Number one, I want a copy of the work order issued by the city clerk to the Public Works Department because of the week of August of 2023. Vegetation was cut down on one of my properties, 253 7th Street. Number two, I want a copy of the warning letter that was supposed to be issued by the city clerk as per City of Broughton's Ordinance 54 that gives me a 10-day warning in writing before any action on my properties can take place. Number three, I'm asking for a copy of the written city assessment charges that were submitted by the city clerk in writing and then submitted to the McLeod County Treasurer for collections. These would be charges for the removal of vegetation on the week of August 1st at 253 7th Street. And then I want copies, this would be number four, I want copies of the certified property tax assessments for properties 253 7th Street, 223 5th Street, and 112 4th, actually that was Avenue, let me repeat that, 253 7th Avenue, 223 5th Avenue, and 112 4th Street that were submitted to the McLeod County Treasurer for collections. So when can you respond? I've been requesting this now for 15 months. I was here in November and December of 2022. I was here again asking this for the same information in November and December of 2023. And now it is January 2nd, 2024. So when can I get a response to these questions? These are pretty simple questions.
A little bit to Lori here. Do we have these available?
Oh, yeah, yep. They were sent via the email that Mr. Turner gave me at the December meeting, jackson.314@gmail. One email was sent at 2:53 p.m. on the 6th. The second email with more information with our attorney copied on it was sent at 3:38 p.m. on the 6th. And I just got back the certified mail last week that was sent at the end of November with the same information.
And what address did you send the correspondence via U.S. mail?
To the address that we and the county have on file.
What address is that?
8800 or 88,000, 8800, no, whatever, 8,000 Highway 55 in Rockford.
That's not my legal residence.
I don't have your legal residence.
Well, you have an officer right here who has my identity and can simply go to his squad car and get you my legal address. I've submitted to the court my legal address has been the same since 1990.
Why don't you give it to the clerk?
Why don't you just get it from the police officer? He's right here. Why don't you get it from the police officer? I don't have to give you anything. She's got on the document. Look at the document I submitted. You can respond to the email. I don't understand why this is so hard. Why is this so hard?
Let's just slow down. From what Lori just said, she sent you an email with all this, and the email came back, correct? From what
I didn't get the email bounce back. It was the address that you had given her.
If you didn't get the email, then the email address, your
Jacksonbat at
314 is not a valid
314 at gmail.com. Jacksonbat
Yep.
at 314 at gmail.com.
And that is what she sent them to. So if you didn't get it, they're lost in email space somewhere.
Okay, so why don't we come up with a date, and I'll make it easy for you. Just tell me when I can get a response to these questions, and I can come here in person and pick them up. That'll make it real easy.
Yep, I didn't open it.
There you go.
And I'm not sure as far as the vegetation, but I did drive by that property, and there's some other property right to the north side of your property there that has heavy vegetation on it, and I'm presuming that is where the vegetation got cut.
No, that's not correct. What I believe you're referring to is that is a piece of property that's on the corner of 7th.
Yes, right to the north.
I don't own that property. That is
I know, that is.
county owned, and it's the city of Bronten's responsibility to maintain that. Why isn't that being maintained?
That's where I,
Well, wait a minute. I just asked you a question. Why isn't that property being maintained?
that is, we're dealing with that also.
We were told it's state property that we aren't allowed to touch it.
Okay.
So it's hazardous, so you can't touch it. If it's hazardous to the members of the community that are adjacent to that property. So you're telling me you can't on behalf of the community, if you can't have the Public Works do it legally, you're telling me you can't submit a letter or something to the county commissioners of McLeod County to address that issue? Is that what you're telling me? You can't do that? Have you done that? Have you submitted any communication to the county?
We're not worried about that property at this point. What I'm saying is I think that is where the edge of the vegetation was cut off of. So, enough said
Yeah,
there.
but I've got documentation that states that you're wrong, and I have a witness that witnessed the cutting down of the vegetation on my property.
Well, now you have the information that you're asking for. Is there anything else that you need to know?
Let me see. Yeah, stay off my property. I don't want you harass. This is harassing. Cutting down vegetation on my property is harassment to me. It's a trespassing by the city public works department, and the orders from the city. Well, I'm just letting you know this.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so we have no mystery, no miscommunication here, because that is harassment, and that is also destruction of my property.
We've got pictures showing the issues, and it was down onto city streets.
So at this point.
Are the pictures included in these documents you supposedly are sending me? Yes or no? That's all I need to know. So you didn't include the documents that supports your position on this?
The documents in there should be what you've been asking for.
What about the photos?
You weren't asking for any photos.
I was asking for all information. Do you think this is funny? Seriously? Really?
I think.
How about if I can't? How would you like it if someone came to your house with a wheel loader and lifted up your trees?
We're not gonna.
And then charged you for the fact, and then if you didn't pay and ignored the billing, they put a lien on your house.
Mr. Turner,
Kurt, how would you like that?
We're not going any farther on this.
Well, I'm just putting you on notice.
You've given your notice.
Yep.
You've had.
Don't trespass on my property. Do not destroy. Do not remove any vegetation. And that's all I ask. Just keep to the law. Don't break the law. Don't.
From this point, you will. On any questions.
I've already submitted that and waiting for responses. So, and as issues continue from here, because this was done in August 7th, or the first week of August, excuse me. These are more actions that the city has taken beyond. So if there's more issues on that, I'll be back here to get more information on that. And hopefully you'll be cooperative and answer these simple questions, because it's taken me 15 months.
You would be cooperative also and make sure that we have your accurate mailing address. So
You have a police officer right here that can find that information out in 30 seconds on the database.
Right here to piss me off. I don't understand that. Why are you making it so hard?
I'm not making it hard. I'm a citizen. I don't have to tell you who I am.
You're an
Yes,
No,
you do.
no, I don't. What, list the written law that says I have to tell you who I am. I'm not breaking any laws.
We're close with this discussion.
Very good.